Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Andy, it's Matt. When you get a chance, give me a call. I just sent you some real interesting stuff, and I don't like to pick your brain on it, to be honest with you. I'm out. I'm back. I got actually probably have a pretty busy day today. I got to go get a lawnmower and get the yard cut, but also had to get some filings in. Been down for the last 3 weeks, so give me a call when you can. Bye.
My mother passed away, and we came home to that and had to get her buried yesterday. So, that's just kind of been a distraction for me. And I'm going to try to get caught up today on all of it.
Okay. Well, no, first of all, I am very sorry to hear that. I definitely send you my condolences and prayers.
I appreciate it.
I know that you just recently lost your dad, so.
Yeah, about 3.5 months ago.
And I think if I remember correctly, when you told me about this originally, you said that you had figured that they were going to, when one went, that you were kind of, unfortunately, it looked like the other was going downhill just as fast. And I know that's got to be really tough.
Right.
So I'm very sorry to hear that.
Well, I appreciate it. But it's all done now, so we just got to clean up everything now and finalize all the estates and do all that kind of stuff.
I got you. Okay, so, hey, look, I want to pick your brain on something real quickly. I'm out, and it actually, the one thing that I needed to happen happened. I was actually diagnosed with bipolar, and that is a game changer because it was an undiagnosed mental illness, which I was actually committed for. And it actually changes up the narrative quite a bit. To complete advantage of somebody with an undiagnosed mental illness. Pull off their crime racket and prey on the impulses of somebody that had bipolar disorder. To flee out far outside of due process regulations. And effectively, boom, there's my significant damages right there.
Right. Yeah. Well, as far as damages, yes, but, the underlying really important aspect is to get that plea undone.
And, the best part about that right there is if the Supreme Court denied my final request to actually, put a stay, that right there, I was committed. And, the bipolar, that right there, they have to hear it.
Well, it's not so much they have to, but it's a darn strong argument for them to hear it. And if they don't, something's really wrong with the system.
Exactly. So that's what I'm really excited about. So when I sent you, and I'm not an attorney, okay? I found this legal service, okay, on this thing called Fiverr, and this Joyce Schofield, lawyer specializing in legal research and writing. Average response time is 2 days. I specialize in writing high-quality motions, briefs, appeals, and research memos, as well as contract creation and review. Given my extensive professional experience in legal research and writing, as well as my efficient and detail-oriented nature, I am confident I can help you with your next legal project. With regard to my background, during law school, I worked as a research and teaching assistant for several professors, clerked for the Office of Pepperdine General Counsel, as well as extended in federal district court. So here's the thing. So she will write a 1,500-page appellate brief in 2 days' time for $120.
Well,
and what I'm thinking is, if nothing else, that gives me a solid skeleton, start to finish, in 2 days' time. That would be impressive to go ahead and get that turned into the Court of Appeals.
Mm-hmm.
And see, here's what I'm also going to do. You know the new 3 charges that I just got? I'm going to go in there on the 13th and tell Johnny Wayne McClarty, first and foremost, let me go ahead and address that, you know, my behavior over the last few months may have been interpreted a little bit bizarre. However, I was just diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It was undiagnosed. So if my behavior is a little erratic, that is what we can blame it on. But I don't think that, you know, actually truly did anything wrong when I went to my ex's house to pick up my daughter like I was legally supposed to do on Father's Day weekend.
Right.
You know, if that's criminal, then I guess I'm guilty, but we'll set it for a trial.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, none of that really is relevant on plea day. Okay?
No,
go in and plea.
I'm saying
what you would be better served to do is to plead not guilty, get a trial date set, and then file a motion to dismiss based on all of that.
Okay. Should I show up on the day of the plea with my motion to dismiss?
You could do that.
Okay.
You could do that.
But
I would write it in writing because Justice Court has not, even though it's a court of record, legally speaking, there's no court reporter there.
Right.
So there's no record of what is said.
Yeah.
So any kind of oral motion can be misconstrued or misrepresented later on. If you put it in writing, then
no. I've already defeated that in Justice Court. That's gone. I defeated it. There's a Justice Court. Actually, it's not even a Justice Court order. It's in the Mississippi Rules of Criminal Procedure, which actually is the true governing doctrine. That if somebody is representing themselves pro se, that they have the legal right to record, you know, the hearings, because Justice.
And that's all fine and dandy. That's all fine and dandy. But if it's down on paper, there's a record established that can be easily transmitted to the next court if you have to appeal it.
Okay. And now I have certainly the direction to go in with the new diagnosis, which goes directly up that alley with why I would have pled out under, you know, being coerced, under stress.
Right. I mean, I agree. I think it raises a great argument to undo that guilty plea.
It certainly does. And I think it even certainly raises, you know, it calculates actual real damages and punitive damages. And that could be the case that really sent you into retirement, Andy. You don't have to worry about who you pissed off.
Enough for retirement. I don't have to worry about anything anymore.
I got you. Okay. Well, then let me borrow $120, man.
Well, I don't have any of it right now. That's the thing. It's going to take a little time before it actually comes into my hands. But I'm not taking on any new projects from anybody, even existing clients now.
I just want to borrow your bar number, but not really use it myself. Just basically, I guess it would kind of be like the Joe Biden situation right now that's going on in our country. You know, Joe Biden. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But not really like that. But, you know, it takes a long time to become an attorney. You know, it takes like 4 years. I don't have 4 years. I want to fight them now. And, you know, you kind of really need a bar number to be taken a little bit more seriously. And that's what I'm looking for.
Well, I understand. But I don't know that I can loan out my bar number.
It wouldn't be me technically using it as you. I just need
still be my bar number. Still be
I need a Joe Biden. I need a Joe Biden. Will you be my Joe Biden?
You still, Rule 11 would still apply. I could still be sanctioned by you using my bar number.
Oh, Andy, I'll tell you that if it did happen.
How are you going to pay me back when you don't even have $120 now?
Because we're going to win in the end. Who cares about a little sanction right here?
Well, one thing I do, because that goes against my credibility as an attorney.
Why do you need it if you're retired? You can't take it with you when you die?
I don't want to retire with a bad name.
Oh, I know, Andy. I know that. But and you know what? I totally get it. Charlie said he had a nice talk with you the other day. Whenever I was locked up, and you know, I really am. I'm going to go at this thing a different way, because I realize I've been my own villain, but I also realize I now have that one of a kind. You know, there weren't many things that could have possibly repaired where I had taken my situation. This just so happens to be one of the few things that, you know, if I really put in a concerted effort to do the right thing right here at this pivotal moment, I could take it big time. Big time. I wanna talk to that lady that filed. She's a watchdog. She's a Oxford policing critic. You know, I would love to actually pick her brain and find out more about this. That might actually be a pretty cool podcast on it. Because that's one of those, like, when you put attention on it, you need to just blow fire onto it. There's no real just holding back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got to get off the phone because I've got to get some work done. And
yeah, definitely.
I'll be in here in a few minutes.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah.
I haven't been at work all week or 2 weeks now, and I got to get caught up on the bus.
Definitely. Hey, look at the articles I sent you, and yeah, I appreciate you taking out the time.
Anytime. Just give me a holler. I'll talk to you when I can. You know that.
Andy. Absolutely. All right.
All right. Bye.